I like to dedicate this to all of the Creator's righteous children. I have some food in my bag for you. Not that edible food, that food you eat. No, I have some food for thought. Since knowledge is infinite, it has infinitely fell on me.
Peace and blessings to all my indigos and star seeds. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be on Kesha and her new album Rainbow. Now, this is not going to be a typical Kesha-Rainbow music review. It's going to go into depth about a lot of different topics that have to do with being an indigo, with feminism, with the music business, and many different things that are rattling around in my brain after listening to this incredible album. Now, I just want to get out of the way right now that I was not, and I mean not, really a Kesha fan before. Like, her first two albums to me were not something that I could get down with. And I did like a few of her songs off of the deluxe edition of her first album. I liked Blow. I think that was a good song. I liked We Are Who We Are. We Are What We Are. And I liked Come On from the 2012 album. But I was never really a Kesha fan, and I'll tell you why. Number one, I felt that her lyrics were very much fluff and party music. And in the pop world, which I happen to like a lot, but in the top 40 pop world, that comes a dime a dozen. And there was nothing really unique about Kesha when I first saw her come out. When she first came out in 2009, I was a junior in high school, and all my friends really liked that song TikTok. And from the get-go, I just did not like it. I was like, this is too much of a pop fluff song. The album's gonna be pop fluff, and basically it was. And I just really wasn't down with it. You know, I get it. She was 21 at the time, and who at 21 didn't want to just get down and party? Everybody. But at the same time, you can have your party songs. That's great. But have some substance to go with them. And I think that was something I was missing out of Kesha, especially on the first album. The second album had a little bit more substance, but was still very much a party album. And I couldn't get down with that. I just really wasn't vibing with it. I really wasn't feeling it. And then between 2012 and what we have now currently in 2017, she was going through all that drama. And not to say that, you know, she should be going through drama or any kind of thing like that, but I will say that her going through all of this drama has created something that feels unique, that feels genuine, that feels raw and real and passion-filled. And her lyrics are actually talking about something that's real, and it's something I can get down to and get behind 100%. And that's why I'm really vibing to the new album a lot more than I would have ever vibed to any of her other music. And something else that really makes me happy on this album is that you're getting real Kesha vocals. Before, you were getting auto-tuned up the wazoo. It was real like squeaky and mousy and weird, and I didn't like it that much. But now you're getting real, honest, raw Kesha vocals, and I love it. I love it. Another thing I really love about this album is the way that she's experimenting with sound. Usually her pop formula would just be to throw some auto-tune on her voice and pick the most generic, lame bass line or electronic synth type thing, whatever they do in the pop world at that time, to make her music, you know, generic and fluff. But now she's really experimenting with her sound, and it's something that I think is beautiful and wonderful and amazing. You know, she has songs on there that sound country. She has songs on there that sound like old school bluegrass. She has songs on there that sound glam rock. She has songs on there that are, you know, generic pop, of course, which is fine. I mean, even her generic pop songs on this album now have depth, and they have good lyrics, and I'm really excited. And, you know, she has folk songs and ballads. Like, she's really taking this new album in a new direction. And the fact that she's now 30 years old, I think it's really important that she's really taking control of her own musical career and not letting the machine take control of her career. And so I really want to give Kesha 2 thumbs up, lots of props, because she deserves it. She really deserves it. Going through what she went through and coming out the other side smelling like the rose, that's a beautiful thing. That is honestly a beautiful thing. So I'm gonna go through the album track by track, but I'm gonna go through it in a little bit of a weird depth kind of way, and the way it stuck out in my head versus like, you know, your normal review. So if you're down for that, stay tuned. So the first song on the album is a song called Bastards, and what I got out of this song was self-resilience and not letting the haters get you down. So it's basically a song which Kesha has always put into her music. Even during her pop fluff days, she always put this kind of beautiful message about being who you are, living your life, not letting the haters get to you, being your own person, and just, you know, forget the haters. No one needs them. No one needs the haters. The haters are not worth it. And you are important. We don't care what the haters say. We're going to do what we want to do because we're us. We do what we want. Feel me? So I like that song a lot. I thought it had a great message, and it really brought a lot of great Kesha vocals, and the instrumentation was awesome, and yeah, it's great. The second song on the album is Woman, and I listen to Woman a lot because it's one of the singles that came out like last month, and if you watch the music video, it's hilarious. And it's basically true to Kesha form. Like, she's telling you she is a woman and she don't need no man to take care of her, and she is independent and she is beautiful and she is rocking it, and she does not need no man behind her telling her what to do, being in her business and just trying to micromanage her. And I vibe with that on levels. No one needs a man like that. If you're gonna have a man, that's great. But make sure it's because you want one and not because you need one. Because no one really needs a man in their life. They only want one. And yeah, you can say that, but for the most part, people who are insecure are the ones that latch on to these men, and then they just don't let go, and they just can't deal with, like, even if the man isn't that great for them, they will stick with that man because they feel like they need them, versus just finding somebody who actually vibes with your heart spirit. And, you know, duh. So I really appreciate that message from Kesha, and on this song it sounds kind of like a mixture between glam rock, country, and like folky like type of music, right? And on this song she actually has the Dap Kings horn section, which if you've never listened to the Dap Kings, what are you doing? Go listen to them right now. They're awesome, and rip to Sharon. But yeah, the Dap Kings are great. I love them on this track, and I love the bridge where she's basically like that she basically tells the man that don't touch my weave, don't call me honey, I write my own songs, so basically F off, like leave me alone, step off, man. Like, I don't need that pressure in my life. I am an independent woman, and I'll do what I want because I'm Kesha. I'll do what I want. And that's a message to all of you women out there who don't get that message often. Remember, we're women. We're strong. We do what we want. Yeah. So the third song on there is Haim, or Haim. I don't really know how to say it. But basically, it's the ballad type song that came out, the last basically single that came out before the album. And basically this song is another song about self-resilience. It's also about not caring what other people think, and making your own box, and making your own life, and not really like conforming to the masses, and just being who you are, and just being your own person, because that's important in life. You need to be your own person. Your own person is important to you and important to others, because to follow the masses and what they're doing never gets you really anywhere in life. But being your own person and doing what you want and what you feel is important to you, and what is beautiful in your heart, and what beautiful things can come out of that, you know? And I really vibe with that message of just like, do you, boo. Do you, and don't let people bully you. Don't let people come at you telling you you're weird, telling you you're different, because who cares? Being weird and different is freaking awesome. I love being different and weird. I've been different and weird since the day I was born, and that's an understatement. So I understand what she's talking about, and I vibe with that message 100%. Like, being different and weird is dope, okay? And following the masses is so lame. Like, who wants to do that? Like, seriously? So, yeah, be a leader. Be a leader, don't be a follower. And just, I just vibe with this message so hardcore. I love in the beginning of that song too, where the first few like vocals and like lyrics that she's saying sound sort of like hip hoppy. It's kind of nice. It's like a kind of an ode to like newer hip hop, and I'm vibing to it and I like it. So I really do like this song. I think it's a great ballad, and it has a great message, and yeah. So after that is her incredible single that came out right off the gate, called Praying. And we've all listened to that song a billion times, I bet. And it just gets better and better with time and never gets old, because the song is just so incredible. Like, it's so incredible. And to make that your first single off your album is amazing. Like, incredibly amazing. Like, I love that song. Oh my gosh, it's so good. And if you've ever seen it live, like, you need to go right now and go look up she has a version that she did on Good Morning America like a couple days ago, and she killed it. And at the end, she's just like sobbing. It is so heartbreaking and heart-wrenching and passionate and beautiful, and wow, Kesha, wow. And like, when I first heard it, I was like, wow, I was floored. I was like, this is a new version of Kesha that I can get down with. And I was really surprised. And when she hits that high note in the song, oh my goodness. Like, whew, Kesha, you're giving it to me, girl. Like, I love it. It is so good. And it really tells a testament and a tale to all women who are going through these situations. And they don't have to be grandiose situations where you're trying to get out of contracts because people are being, evil. Literally. And I mean, she sadly has been having to endure this for a while, and especially because she is behind a big machine, Sony, who basically is out to ruin artists' lives. And if you've never seen, there's an interview done by Michael Jackson before he died, and it's incredible. You need to go look it up. But he basically says all the wrong things that are done by Sony to their artists, and he basically gives them a big FU to Sony because they are who they are, right? I'm not going to go into any more detail about that, but basically, go watch that video. And I feel like this song is both a testament to that person and also to that record label. And I feel like this is also a song to all of those women and men and people in general who are going through these situations and need somebody to be there for them and to give them the courage to just stand up for themselves and be like, this is enough. But I also really love in the song that she's called it Praying, and that she several times in the song will say that she is praying for this person. And I really think that's beautiful, because I, for one, am a big proponent of prayers. I believe that praying for somebody really does bring beauty and light and love into their life. And I really do think that starts to change people. And I really do think that everybody should be prayed for. No matter the evilest people on earth, you should pray for them, because I feel like it's important to pray for the people that have done harm, because they are people too, and they have families, and they deserve to be happy and healthy too. And I think it's important that people remember that. Yes, they have done evil, wrong things to you, but that does not mean you turn around and do evil, wrong things to them. You be the upper hand. You have the upper hand, and you pray for them, and you make sure that they are held accountable for what they did, but you also make sure that you're the bigger person and that you are out there praying for them. You are out there bringing light into the world. You don't let them stop you. And I just think this song is incredible. It's beautiful. It's amazing. And whew, it gives me chills every time I listen to it. It's just like so incredible. So yeah. The next song on this album, Rainbow, is Learn to Let Go. Now, I interpreted this song as a Kesha who finally is growing up. And not to say that she wasn't growing up before, it's just that now I feel like she realizes the mistakes that were made back in the day, realizes the people that hurt her, and realizes all the things that went wrong in that whole thing, and is learning to not beat herself over the head with guilt and with, oh, this is my fault, I should have never listened to so-and-so and done this and done that. Like, it's, don't beat yourself over the head with guilt, feeling bad about the things that happened. Whether or not they are your fault or not, they happened, right? They happened. But now it's a new day, and we can move past the things in our past that are harmful and hurtful, and our memories that will harm and hurt us and haunt us forever. We have to move past them and make sure that we know it's a new day and learn to let go and forgive ourselves. Because yeah, we make mistakes, we're only human, but we have to learn to let go and to move past them and to start a new day with beauty that is a new day. Like, live on this beautiful earth, and to just guilt ourselves all the time about things in our past is wrong. And so we really need to basically take our lives in our hands and make sure that we don't feel the guilt that we put on ourselves. It's a brand new day for everyone, a brand new moon and a brand new sun. Remember that. Xavier Rudd. Love it. Okay, so the next song is called Rainbow. Okay, I really like this song a lot. So some quotes that she says in the song are, colors are everything. The magic inside of me. Two quotes that I love, right? And I really feel like this song is remembering that there's beauty in chaos and color in chaos, and remembering to be who you are. I think it's another song just reminding everybody, be who you are. Remember there is color inside the chaos. You can take back your life. You can be the person that you really want to be. You can be a beautiful human being. Do not need to let them hold you down and make you feel black and blue. She even talks about, before she only saw black and darkness, and now she sees color. And I think that's really a beautiful, beautiful sentiment, and it's true. See the colors and the beauty in this world, and see the amazing life that is ahead, and just like the colors in nature, and just like colorful, like rainbows, you know what I mean? And I think it's also a tribute to the LGBTQIA+ community, which I think is beautiful because Kesha's always been a big proponent of the LGBTQIA+ community, and so am I love you guys. And I just think that's beautiful to tribute to them, and also bring to the world that rainbows, beauty, color, life, it's out there. Experience it. Be who you are. And remember, yes, you might be going through the chaos in this world, but color can save you from the hurt and from the pain that you're going through. Remember, there's beautiful colors, beauty and colors. Also, while we talk about this song, I also want to shout out to my Martha Johnson pen, the 1970s transgender African-American activist who started the Stonewall riots. And if you don't know about that, please go look it up. She's amazing. She's incredible. And I just wanted to shout her out because she really is a true hero. And I really look up to her. And she's really an incredible person. So shout out to you, girl. You rock. You black girl magic. Hey. Okay. song is Country Town. And so this song is when she starts to get into more of her country singing. And basically this song is a fun song about boys. And go figure, Kesha does songs about boys like every other album or every other song, right? So it's basically a little fun song about boys and how she's in love with a boy, and when she gets a little boy crazy and all of this stuff. And it's just a little cool like ditty, like a little fun song, you know. She can't have every song be so passionate, you know, it's Kesha. So she has a little fun song on there, like a little country twang and, you know, whatever. It's really cute. It's a really cute song. The next song is Boogie Feet. And Boogie Feet is where the glam rock comes in. And I really like this song. It's a really fun, like, dance tune. Reminds me of 80s Bowie. And it's basically about having fun, dancing, getting your groove on. And it's kind of like a nod to her old stuff mixed with, like, the glam rock and, like, the 80s Bowie references and, like, you know, it's really cool. I like it a lot. It's really a great song. It's like a fun song to just dance to. And yeah, if you're down for that, that's a great song. Then you have Boots. And basically this is Kesha's player song, where basically she like flips the script on like traditional like guy songs where they're like always talking about all the girls they have in this place and that place all over the world. And Kesha basically flips the script and was like, well, I have all these guys all over the world in this place and that place. And it's really a cute song. It's really a cute song. Not my favorite, definitely not my favorite, but it's cute. And if you like it, that's great. Next is Old Flames. And this is where she gets really super country, okay? This is where she collaborated with Dolly Parton. And I really like Dolly Parton because she is a dope female country singer and a feminist and just a really great woman. And yeah, shout out to you. And yeah, they're just like a duet with her. It's a great ode to her Nashville roots and, you know, her mom's upbringing and everything. And if you're down for country, then you'll like this song. And you know, I'm not the hugest fan of country, but I do like country from time to time, and I do really like this song, and so I think it's definitely a great song to check out. Then you have Godzilla, which is just a fun little like indie like acoustic song with a little bit of tambourine, giving you a little bit of like 50s 60s vibe on it. And it's basically just a little nonsensical song about Godzilla. And if you like brought him to the mall, or if you brought him to meet your mom, or like, it's just a really cute song. I really like the little cute songs that people make on their albums. It's really cute. And then you have Spaceship. Okay, this is where I really want to get detailed into. So Spaceship is another nod to her country roots, but it also has like a really like old school like bluegrass 60s 50s 60s vibe. And it's basically, to me, how I interpreted this song is that it's basically an ode to the Indigos in this world. Now, it's called Spaceships. So basically she's talking about, and she talked about this in an interview once, she's talking about this spaceship that she actually saw in the desert in California. I think it was in Joshua Tree that she saw this like spaceship. And I believe her 100% because if you've never seen my Indigo, if you've never seen my spirituality or my Indigo videos that I did, please go watch them. But basically, I believe in aliens. I believe they are here on Earth, and I also believe that they exist, that they are out there in the universe. I believe in different dimensions. I believe in elemental beings. I am an Indigo, and I believe in these things, right? So when Kesha said that she saw aliens, I believed her 100%. And she said these things in the past, right? I believed her 100%. I was like, yes, you have seen aliens because they are here and they're showing themselves to people all over the world. And these Indigos and these starseeds are really starting to see things that others are not. And you might think this is like crazy and Kesha's just being Kesha, but I definitely believe that she has seen aliens before. And so this is an ode to that time. And at the end of the song that she writes, she has this whole monologue where she basically talks about being an Indigo. She talks about how we are all just, you know, stardust coming from outer space, and we are basically like you know, we come from outer space. We are basically starseeds, is what she's trying to say. And she basically knows that the one true power of everything and the one true power of how to be happy and to live this life is love. She got that right off the bat. And she just talks about how to be an indigo, basically, and the fact that she is an indigo. And the ending part of this song really, really brings me to so much happiness, because I always had my suspicions that Kesha was an indigo kid, but I never really thought about it, because, you know, I had a feeling because of some of the things that she would talk about in her interviews, and just some of the things that she would get tattooed on her body, and just some of the things, you know, she would sometimes sneak into her songs. I would be like, oh, okay, Kesha's definitely an indigo. And I just feel like the machine tried to silence her on those things, but I feel like now she's really able to be open and honest about these things. And I really do feel like she is this indigo child who basically her whole life she basically has been able to see aliens and spirits and all these things. Like, she was even on this show called The Haunting of. And basically, on the show, there's this psychic, Renee Russo, who comes to help celebrities basically with their spiritual encounters, if they're seeing spirits. And so Kesha was on there once, and she did actually see a spirit. And I believe that of Kesha, that she can see spirits. And I believe that of Kesha, that she can see aliens. And I believe that of Kesha, that she is an indigo. Because I believe that these messages that she's putting into her songs are very much indigo messages, and I really appreciate that of Kesha, that she is bringing the indigo movement to the forefront and bringing it to the masses and to the top 40. Like, I know a lot of people are not going to actually take this album as an indigo album or understand what an indigo actually is and understand like what she's talking about in some of her songs, but for me, I really interpreted that way, and I really appreciate that of Kesha for bringing light to the indigos, because we're the ones who are going to save this world. We're the ones who are going to save this earth. And, you know, without us, there wouldn't be, you know, beauty and love and light in this world. And so I really appreciate Spaceships. I really appreciate that song a lot. It's probably my new favorite indigo anthem, and I'm really vibing to it. Especially the ending, especially her monologue at the end. I love it. And then the way at the end it kind of teeters off, and it kind of gives off that 70s psychedelic vibe of like her in a spaceship and like basically the spaceship taking off. It's incredible. I really do love that song a lot. It is so good. Okay, so basically that is this whole album in a nutshell. Now I want to talk a little bit more about this album, but also pop music in general and how I've been feeling about it lately. So last year, Lady Gaga put out Joanne. This year, Harry Styles put out his self-titled album, and Paramore put out their album, and it was very like pop leaning, right? And things that after laughter. And what I want to get at with this whole pop thing is that I feel like pop music is going back in a direction that is more grounded, more rooted in real instrumentation, in real lyricism, in real, you know, just realness, you know what I mean? Singer-songwriter type music. And I really believe and appreciate that from these artists, because I feel like pop music has been going in the wrong direction for the longest time. And you can say that about pop music, you can say that about hip-hop, you could even say that about rock to a degree. These musical genres have been going in like the wrong direction for a while, especially in my opinion. And I really feel like there are artists nowadays who are finally waking up and seeing that and actually bringing realness to pop music, and especially top 40 pop music and hip hop music and, you know, rock music. And it really brings happiness to me, because I do like pop music. I do like hip hop. I do like rock music. It's just that sometimes this type of music really gets monotonous and really gets played out fast because the music isn't really vibing with anybody. And I just really feel like people like Kesha, people like Lady Gaga, people like Harry Styles, people like Paramore, you know, other people who have been basically doing the singer-songwriter type thing and bringing more variety into the music, and basically just talking about real situations and real things going on in this world, really makes me happy and really is a turning point for pop. And if it continues in this direction, I will be very happy. I'm not saying that the fluffy stuff can't be there, because you know, you always need balance whenever it comes to music, and forever I've been saying this, you need balance. But I would like it to be very much balanced, because right now it is not. And if this music continues the way it's going, I will be very, very happy about it. Like, very, very happy about it. So, yeah. This is just my 2 cents on Kesha's new album, Rainbow, and I just really liked it. I was very surprised that I liked it so much. And I also want to talk about, before I go, I also want to talk about Kesha's style. Okay, I really love Kesha's style right now. So it's basically a mix between like country, like psychedelic 70s, like these suits with like floral, like beautiful prints on them, and like psychedelic colors, and like, oh my gosh, I'm just in love with the way Kesha's dressing lately, and it's really beautiful, and I wish I could dress that way all the time, because I probably can't pull it off the way Kesha can, but I honestly love it. Like, I love her like cowboy leaning hats, and I love her like suits that she's been wearing, and I love like, you know, the dresses that she's been wearing, and like her ode to like the 70s, like old school, like 70s, like 60s, like her whole vibe, her whole aesthetic is beautiful. She loves Bob Dylan, that's dope. She loves Bowie, that's dope. You know, I'm down for it. Like, I am so down for this whole new Kesha era, and like, I just love the whole like vibe of this album. The whole like, the way she's dressing, the way she's singing, the packaging of the album, what the whole cover actually means, like, you know, like the way that she, at the end of the praying video, the way that she was walking on water, and also the way that she was going into the water with the whales or dolphins, and that was really a symbolic thing, and like, it's just a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful time, and I just love it. And so I'm super, super glad that you're back, Kesha. If you continue on this path and keep going with this type of music and this type of depth and passion and instrumentation and, you know, the colors and everything, and this indigo spirit, oh, I'm down. You might have gotten yourself a new fan. So yeah, I just wanted to bring my little review of this album. I hope you liked it. If you liked the new Kesha album, please leave a comment down below and telling me what your favorite songs are, how you feel about the album, if it's too different for you, if it's just right, how you feel about it. And yeah, you go, girl. Until next time, my beautiful indigos and starseeds, peace and blessings.